Hey, real life traders from all over the world, what's going on? Holla at your boy, it's Jeremy Alexander Newsome with Real Life Trading, and this is going to be one of the last stock reviews from me for a few days. Hopping on the SS Awesome cruise ship headed to Alaska next week, actually leaving Thursday, which would be tomorrow night. Getting up into Seattle, hanging out with Oliver and Christine and hopefully Sherry, and then a few traders going on some cruise action starting Saturday afternoon. Really excited about that. So before I depart, I want to give you guys a really good review. Let's talk the markets and talk what can happen for the next few weeks. Well, few days. Nice little stair step pattern on SPY. Made a little bit of a higher high. And as we mentioned, likely we thought that we would pull back into these moving averages and potentially bounce. My analysis from this morning was this: if SPY breaks above 215.49, which right now it is 215.81, could be a small bullish day today. That's what I'm looking for. Boop, and that's exactly what happened. So the SPY hanging out, doing its thing. Overall, I do think we go a little bit higher. Something like this. So this is the Dow ETF, and this is the previous all-time high. So we've retested the previous all-time high. If we bounce in here, something like this, and then I think we trade a little bit lower into October, November, maybe get some type of weird-looking Santa Claus rally, and then from the election, no idea. Going to be in pretty heavy cash, mostly coming into the election. If I'm in some shares, great, but really overall, it's a big, big question mark at an all-time high. Don't mind being very nimble and very flexible coming into that. That's just my thoughts, though. We will see. Speaking of, don't have a lot of swing trades going into the cruise as well. I will show you some of the non-directional trades that I have set up, and I got the exits on them ready to go. XLE, the energy ETF, got a 62-61 bull put spread. We've been in there since the 7th of July, so it's been a long trade. But anyway, 63.31, that's the price where I'm going to be exiting that particular position if it trades below that price. Here's Visa, ticker symbol V, and have a bear call spread on Visa up here at 82.83 and the 75.74 Condor. So the bear call spread got a stop to exit at 80.42, and this guy's going to be at 78.86. Nope, that's not 76. 76.10. So Visa hanging out, nice little pennant pattern. No idea what that one's going to do, but we'll kind of see how it just slowly tracks around. But those are kind of the non-directional spreads. Not a lot out there, believe it or not, in spread city, mostly because the VIX is so low. The VIX is very, very low, and volatility is low. So I haven't been doing a lot of premium option selling. VIX down again today. I do have some $12 and $13 call options for August on the VIX, and I do have a stop on those plays. So if I lose and the SPY goes up, awesome, because I got a lot of other bullish positions out there, which I'll share with you guys right now. Here's Apple, AAPL, and you all know what's happening on Apple. Super pumped about this one. Here is my analysis as of yesterday. Expecting 3 to 4 days of sideways movement. So the next 3 to 4 days I do think are going to be a little bit sideways. Dividends I think are tomorrow or Friday, which will probably cause the stock to drop a little bit. Today, we had an hourly tweezer top yesterday, and my plan was if we break that tomorrow, if we don't break it tomorrow, it's a warning sign. If we do, the trade should work. So I think it does work. I added to the position today 110 September call options. Going to be increasing the stop on Apple. Neil's in the put sales. A lot of traders bullish on Apple. I am cataclysmically bullish on Apple, ladies and gentlemen. 108 is target 1, 112 is target 2. I do think we hit that before September expiration. We'll find out though, but so far, everything Apple is doing, I've expected, and I'm excited about that. So I'm really, really pumped to let that continue. Netflix, a little bit of a high wave candle today. Got my analysis on this one. Did a really, really in-depth yesterday and Tech Giant Tuesday in the afternoon. And bottom line, I'm going to put my stop on the call options right there on Netflix. I'm expecting Netflix to pop within the next 3 trading days. If I do my wave count correct, we should get a pop in the next 3 days. And if not, I'll probably exit next week on a time contingency. And if it does pop, then I'll exit for a profit. So looking good on Netflix. Tesla earnings coming out after the market close, and that is my ranges for Tesla. If Tesla gaps up just into this 240 range, very, very bullish. If Tesla barely opens between 230 and 232 tomorrow morning, I'll be buying some calls. If Tesla gaps down into this area, that'll be a little bit more bearish. Other than that, if it gaps really, really far up in here or really, really far down here, I'm not really sure what it's going to do. I'll kind of be a little bit more patient, but some really big earnings on that one. And I'm excited to see that occur and play out. Speaking of play out, ticker symbol PLAY. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what? Lost a wager. Finally, I've been on a 3 or 2 or 3 month dry spell with the wagers, but it has happened. My analysis on Dave & Buster's: what if Dave & Buster's broke 43 before August 15th, I would buy a random person or family's dinner at Dave & Buster's. And I was telling traders in the afternoon floor I didn't really want to be braggadocious and like make a video and go, oh look, I'm paying for someone's meal. So I figured I'm just going to pay for it. I'm not going to tell them, not going to let them know. It's just going to be totally anonymous, and I'll take a picture of the check or something, let you guys know that I did it. But that's going to happen when I get back from the cruise. I will go to Dave & Buster's and find someone who I feel, I don't know, needs it or deserves it the most. But that's a wager. That's going to be really fun. And speaking of, August is volunteer month at Real Life Trading. So make sure to give some of your time back to the community or your congregations or your families or whatever, however you want to give back, charities, whatever it might be. Make sure to give with an open heart. The more you give, the more you receive. It's better to give than to receive, all that kind of good stuff. Volunteering absolutely will make your heart big and happy and make your face have a giant smile on it. That's why we do it, because at Real Life Trading, we do have the word life in the name of the company. So there are more things than trading, and this is just one of those components. Anyway, volunteer month. Make sure you volunteer. Take some pictures, tell our stories, let us know what you guys are doing, and keep us posted. ExxonMobil. Let's hop over to XOM, and I had a lot of requests for this one. George, I got some analysis here for George. If you want to pause the screen and kind of read what he's doing, he's getting some longer term put sales. Got a covered call in October. This is a long term buy and hold blue chip type of thing. But boy, oh boy, did ExxonMobil do exactly. Oh, exactly what we thought it would do. This is a giant double bottom on ExxonMobil, I think, and it traded right to a resistance. Traded down. I have not changed these lines in a long time. Came down, and we're at a buying location. So will it bounce from here? I don't know. But again, this is not a sexy trade at any moment. It's a longer term, buy and hold blue chip kind of thing. We'll see what kind of plays out. SHPG. Keeping a very close eye on this one after this gap. Here's a daily chart, and very, very nice gap action right there. Good gap 2 days ago. So if SHPG breaks the high, that one could really continue nicely. Ticker symbol TDC on a really, really good move. Good tear. Also nice bullish gap and go on earnings on TDC. I love these gaps. I love earnings season. Gotta give a shout out to my buddy David Lane. Once again, David being a champion of the stock market in Twitter bullish. I think he said since the 29th of July, and came within a few cents of getting stopped out yesterday. So good job, David. Twitter filling this gap, and I know what you might think. There's no way anyone could have possibly thought that gap would fill, right? Well, Dean Chance thought it, so I got to give a shout out to my buddy Dean Chance. He nailed that analysis, but I think we did pretty well also on Twitter. Here's what we were considering on ticker symbol TWTR as far as the wave count is concerned, and this was posted 22 days ago. Now again, it's not exact, but my thought process was that we were in a wave 3 and a wave 4 would occur. And yeah, I think that's a wave 4, and I think wave 5 is happening right now. So I think Twitter is going to fill that gap over the next few days and continue higher. 3D printing, very, very nice candle today. Great gap. Here's your long-term moving averages above the 100. If it pulls back to the 100 and bounces, I think that could be a good buying opportunity. Fitbit, ticker symbol FIT. That one, really, really good gap, believe it or not. Very, very strong move on Fitbit. Keep your eye for that one. If it breaks and makes a higher high tomorrow, it should continue nicely. First Solar, for my buddy Derek Oldenkamp, was trying to check out what to do on First Solar. So here's kind of my plan. I'm not doing this trade, letting you guys know. But this is just a strangle. And this is one that you could consider. It's only $2 to buy the 52.50 August and the 45 August puts and calls, respectively. So if First Solar gaps below this area, it should be a nice bearish gap. All these people are trapped and it should run. And if it gaps up here, it probably will gap up and sell off a little bit. It's a pretty decent gap. So if I were to buy calls and it would gap up, I'd probably sell those calls and probably buy some puts, honestly. Unless, of course, it opens really, really high. But I know my buddy Bill is in shares of First Solar. This is a buy low, sell high situation on a weekly time frame. Another good friend of mine, Tim, is looking to play First Solar long term. But there's the channel. So if it does trade down to there, buy low, sell high. If it does gap out of here, I wouldn't say for how long it trades down. But realistically, you could do something like that and trade up nice and high on First Solar. That'll be interesting to see what's going on. And ticker symbol RGC, Regal Entertainment. Love going to the movies. Love this company. I'm a Regal Crown card holder. Ticker symbol RGC. Got 2R on this bad boy today for a day trade. That makes 4R for the month. And I'm probably not going to take another day trade. I don't think tomorrow. It'll depend on what Tesla does. But I think I'm pretty much done for the week, and I'll come back nicely and rejuvenated mid-August and trade with you guys. Here was the 5-minute trade on Regal, by the way. Nice little bearish retest gap, stock gap down. There's your support. There's the stop, entry, 2R. Literally at the low of the day was our 2R target. Boom, loving it, good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, overwhelmed with the positive responses from the last video about a real life trading weekly option newsletter. I was just kind of afraid that you guys would think I was like a giant salesy guy, like, oh, I want to do an options newsletter. Apparently you guys really want that. You really want that. A lot of emails, a lot of comments. You know what? We'll make it happen. I don't know any of the details yet, but I know where you can find the details. September. The biggest, second biggest, most anticipated, eagerly anticipated webinar of all time is going to be happening in September. The link for that is in the comment section below. Make sure to register. I'm gonna be blowing the top off this entire game on that webinar. Be there. Don't be a triangle. Is that the terminology? Be there or be a rectangle. Yeah, I think that's how they go. I think that's how they say it. I will make sure to send out that link in the near future as well in my emails. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for watching this video. You guys are amazing. I will see you in a few days. You absolutely rock. Until then, love life, live life, and trade it. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.